Hello, hello. Hopefully that works. Oh, you know what? I can check that out on this. Huh. Oh. Good morning. Oh, let's get coffee. What's up, Martha Frog? What's up, Junior Bug? Notorious ENTE. The Hoodooer. Bobby Sco. Rocket Man Gaming 33. Hello, everybody. Everybody's doing well today. Well, it's all back on the fucking boat now. All right, well, it was ridiculous. Anyway, let's see. Where does this stuff go? Does it all go here? It all goes here. And here is... Is this right? Is it the one place I didn't check? Yeah. Okay, so... All right, let's backtrack it from here. What are we looking at here? Decent. Okay. We have 3 of these bad boys to move. They're pretty big. Let's go to the industrial base. I think we need something a little bigger this time, huh? Why don't we drive this bad boy? He's not going to be able to unload it himself, but that's okay. I have an idea for that. Let me read the chat. Must be satisfying to know I paused Bernie's podcast to... Well, I mean, Bernie's podcast is on demand, and this is live, so I take no meaning from it other than that. I missed yesterday's stream because I didn't get the Motherfuckers. I'm not notifying you. Quitting my job tomorrow since I got a new job. Oh, I thought you were going to say because I just want to watch these streams. Taking the month to chill and travel. Wish me luck. Good luck. Started playing Roadcraft, and I'm wondering how to clear large debris with rocks and the downed palm trees. I'm not sure what you're talking about with the palm trees, but you can winch to rocks and pull them or pick them up with a crane, typically. Paused regulation for this. Fuck, I left my wallet in my truck back at the coffee shop. Now I'm an hour away in a different... Oh, damn, Mark. That sucks, dude. That sucks big time. I agree. This thing is easy as fuck to maneuver with these big, fat, goofy tires, but he turns a little wonky. I might be able to fit 2 of these things in him, though. Let's see. From white to black. You listen too well. No, it is not fall already, but a very specific reason why I'm wearing a black t-shirt. It's these are dirty clothes because I haven't taken a shower yet, but I wore this black t-shirt yesterday because we did something at work. We filmed something at work that was kind of messy, and I didn't want to walk around the rest of the day if I had a white shirt on with a bunch of stains on it from the messy thing we filmed. So I think I go left here on this bad boy. So I went with a black shirt yesterday. Oh boy. Hey, such a good day at the office yesterday. You guys have no idea. Made a real mediocre all right, I think. I need to edit still. See what I can do with it. But I had a great day at the office. We tested out that Ready or Not game. We filmed a supplemental that I think you guys are going to love. It's really ridiculous. And we did a bunch of work. We built our trash can, which will make sense when you see it. And I hung the curtains in the break room. I got these blackout curtains in the break room to cut down on light, external light. So that means we're that much closer to the break show if we're hanging curtains. I have to affix some shelves that Ray and Tina gave us to the wall today. I just didn't have the right wall anchor mounts for it. Those should come in the mail today, so I can hang that fucker up. After that, structurally, we'll be pretty much there. Just need to set decorate and then run the audio when Nick's around. We haven't done that yet. Morning. Ray mentioned RIP. What is RIP? Is that true, Mark? You look like a TV commercial? Just passed a bunch of paving equipment on the way to work and immediately thought about you, Jeff. Ray's around somewhere. He's not totally dead. I hung out with him on Sunday. We went swimming together. Not just Ray and I. There were more people there, but we all went swimming together. Spent a whole day on a boat together. He was very much alive, I can report, and in good spirits. Very much still Ray. For good or bad. Yeah, this game's, I mean, if you've played SnowRunner, you've played the DNA of this game for sure. Oh, you're going to go charter fishing with your dad this weekend. That's awesome, Mark. Mark over here bragging about having a dad. Spanish ads? I'm trying to tell you something. Maybe it's time to pick up Spanish. It's a great language. Much easier to learn and pick up than English, at least as I'm told. Your dad is 53 and you're going to take every chance you have to hang out with him? Your dad's my age, Mark. God damn. I'm 50. All right, this is going to be a slow process. These big boys, I think. I'm annoyed that the glitch that just put them on the map for us didn't work. What? What the fuck, dude? What are you doing? No break? Seems like I would have left. Oh, I was hoping to grab 2 of these at once, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. If anything, it's lucky we're able to grab 1. You hate to see it. Is it really not gonna fit? It can't be like just too wide. That's not real. Would you look at that? It's too fucking wide. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, boy. Let's see what happens, huh? How was it riding a dinosaur school? My family couldn't afford a dinosaur. What, am I rich? I grew up in Alabama. Do I look like I had dinosaur money as a child? Good morning, Carlos. All right. This is precarious. I have a feeling we won't do the other two this way, but we'll see. All right. So let's say we go down here, right? And then was it here we take the... Was this pretty much... Ugh, I don't need to do that. We could do this. Go this way. Right? And then we take that pretty much all the way down to where we need to go. Easy peasy. Thanks for the sub, Alta. My favorite person on Earth right now. Okay. Let's not dump over. I'm not feeling particularly top heavy, even though I recognize that I must be. So, cautiously optimistic. Our mule was definitely not going to work, so we'll have to come up with something else. Fuck though, maybe it would have worked. Maybe it's slightly wider than this thing, and it would have slotted right in perfectly. Who knows? But the mule's top heavy in general. The only reason I bring it is because he has a crane, but we don't need the crane. And am I taking a right here? No, I'm going like that. Yeah. Wait, can I go through the fucking building? Oh, no, not really. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to ignore the chat for just a... Nope, not what I wanted to do. Just for a tad while I navigate this and don't tump over. I hope you're not driving the Chicago cab right now, Dovikin. Hey, Jeff, have you been watching the new season of Always Sunny? Yeah, I've seen the first 4 episodes. I think that's all that's out. I found it to be cute, enjoyable. Seems like they're just riffing on different television formats and shows this year, which seems fun. I did see the South Park episode, of course. Oh, fuck, Notorious ENT with the sub. Hell yeah, thank you. I'm in your debt. Yeah, this guy's not going to get stuck. I'm more worried about flipping him, but he actually feels pretty solid in a way that they don't always. Can I make it? This is not bad, right? Yeah. Not for this guy, at least. Yeah, we're fine. Turn 30 next year, you're probably halfway through with the time you have available with your dad. I hope not. I hope you have him for as long as you can. I think I was... Man, it's hard to remember. I think I was 36 when my dad died. Might have been 34. But I think I was 36. 36 feels right. Yeah, Millie was... Fuck. I might have been 34. Millie wasn't 6 when my dad died. There would have been no way. Yeah, I must have been about 34 when my dad died. It was a fucking bummer. I hope it doesn't happen to you. I would so very dearly love to talk to my dad sometimes, you know? So much left I could have learned about being an adult and grown up, and so much advice I could have gotten, mentorship from him through some really difficult stuff, you know? Not that I didn't have a mom. Of course I have a mom. She's awesome, but sometimes you need your dad. Where are we at here? This is the one, right? Sorry, I hate being so double checky. I just don't want to go down the wrong road and waste our time or get myself into some situation we got to unfuck. Dads are just kids who have facial hair. That's how I feel. I'm suffering from addiction, and I often wonder how much impact not having a dad had on all of it. I don't know. I don't think... Well, everybody's different, right? In some ways, I was kind of glad my dad wasn't around to see me at my worst of my addiction, you know? I would have been really embarrassed. I'm glad he never saw that side of me. Shout out to the good moms too. Of course. Nobody wants to ignore the good moms. We were just talking about it because Mark brought up going fishing with his dad this weekend. I was saying how cool that is. I'd fucking love to be able to do that with my dad. My dad wasn't a big fisher. He would have gone fishing with me if I asked him to, but my dad would have loved to go just watch a football game together. My dad loved college football at his core, but not like in a dickhead sports guy way. He was a sweet guy. He was a really sweet guy. Morning. A friend told me that our parents are living life for the first time too. Made me view my dad in a different way. That's a really good thing to keep in mind. You look at your parents, especially when you're younger, as like, I don't know, the experts and arbiters of everything. I mean, like, I grew up thinking my parents were omniscient and omnipotent, and that is just not the case. And then you become a parent, and you realize how fucking out of your depth you are on a daily basis, you know? Like, a genuinely out of your depth on a daily basis, and you're like, holy fuck, was this how my parents felt? They were just hanging on. They were just hanging on by a thread, and they did such a good job of making it look like they knew what the fuck was going on. I hope I'm similarly, tricking Millie. Retired U.S. Marine. Had your daughter when you were 21? That's a good age. I had Millie when I was 30, but I wanted to have Millie. I don't know. I wanted to be a dad for a very long time. I just wasn't in a place or with the right people to do it at the time. Or any younger, rather, I should say. Okay. Now, we're not going to know if this worked. We're not going to be able to visually see if this worked, so we're just going to have to assume it did. But, all right, on the right there, you see where it says deliver object. 1, 2, there's 3 of those. One should go away in a second. One went away. Okay. Cool. Let's just do that 2 more times. This thing wasn't hard to drive and it wasn't top heavy, so instead of bringing a different truck over, we'll just do that. We need another Go series. Go was a series that made a lot of sense during the era of physical media. But once games started to be available digitally, it changed things. The rush to the library to find the game to work with was visually such a great gag, and it created so much comedy, and it also added a really fun buffer. Loading up a game, and what genuinely killed Go was, I mean, other than it was like a couple hundreds of, like over 100 episodes, right? At some point, you just have done something enough times, Like an idea can only exist and be good for so long. And when you start to get into especially with video game stuff, when you start to get in like 200 episodes of fails of the week, it's like, cool. Every fail has been seen at this point, And at some point, you're just rehashing the past, or you're just finding more mediocre content that's different just because it's different. But anyway, the thing that ultimately killed Go, other than it just got long in the tooth like a lot of stuff, is that it became a race to see who could download a game fastest. And there's just nothing interesting about watching 5 dudes yell at a computer screen to download faster when they're all sharing an internet connection. It just took all of the enthusiasm and excitement out of the moment, and it killed it on a guttural, performative level. And it just is what it is. It was a great show for the time, but digital downloads killed it. It would have died anyway at some point, but digital downloads just ruined the spirit of it. And that's just unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes. Nothing lasts forever. I'd much rather have digital downloads than be able to still make Go. I'll tell you that. Are there any Go versus type shows that you're thinking about for regulation? Absolutely not. Not looking to do any of that stuff anymore. Did it for decades over at Rooster Teeth. Yeah, scrolling through an online library doesn't hit the same as perusing a bookcase. Absolutely. How many vehicles do you have just abandoned around the road? Oh, most. Most of them are out and around. Just you use them until you don't need them for the moment, and then you leave them there and then hope that they'll be close to where you need them again in the future. And if not, you just recover them. It takes 2 seconds, just like I recovered this guy back to base. There's no sense in putting them away. They often come in handy. The show was called Go. It was on YouTube. Look up Achievement Hunter Go if you were interested in seeing it. Who were the people that started Achievement Hunter? Me with Jack and then some other like people that didn't live in Austin that submitted early on, you know. And then eventually we built a staff out, but it was me and Jack for as employees for I don't know, maybe the first 2 years before we started to hire other people. I created Achievement Hunter because of contests Bernie and I were having racing for achievements. And then I just realized as I was looking for guides and I was having to go to Game Facts, and I just am a visual person. Reading a guide is not the same as watching one. And I was like, we have all this recording equipment here making Red versus Blue that we're not using half of the week when we're not recording Red versus Blue. We're not actively recording Red versus Blue because, there's more to the process than that. And so I was just like, I should just make guides. That's how Achievement Hunter was born, was my desire to make video guides to help people get achievements. But then as we started to do it, it became pretty clear immediately that there was no reason to strip the funny out of it and the comedy out of it, and that I could take the spirit of what we did with Red versus Blue and linear comedy and apply it in a non-linear format, like just random internet videos, random internet video game videos. And I started to make achievement guides. Jack and I started to make achievement guides, and there were people around the world that would string for us that would make achievement guides, and we started to fill that out and make them funnier as we went and try to inject our personality in it as we went. And eventually it started to take off, and then we brought more people in to help, and then that's how you ended up with the Michaels and the Jeremys and the Gavins and Lindsays and Fionas and all those people. And then that was a slow process, obviously. But then I had a realization with Fails of the Week. We did I guess the light bulb moment for me was we did a community play date in Halo, and people were sharing highlights, but mostly we were just laughing at the lowlights of all the bad stuff that happened because we were all dog shit, and just kind of like laughing and enjoying the silliness of it all. And it struck me, I had Jack cut together a series of lowlights from the community event. Thought that'd be funny, and it was, and then we called it Fails of the Week. And then I thought, this is a show. We can make this every week. And then I started to think people responded so well to it, right? That it got me thinking, and they were looking for more. And then I realized I can program this YouTube channel like a television network, and I can create all kinds of, like, there's a demand for shows, not just stupid achievement guides, which only appeal to a subset of a subset. Like, for an achievement guide to appeal to you, you have to be a gamer, of course. You have to be an Xbox fan. You have to give a shit about achievements. It's a pretty niche market at the end of the day. I was the niche market, so I enjoyed it, but I realized pretty early on that I was limiting the amount of content we could make, or not even limiting the amount of content we were making, limiting the audience we could make, find. And so started to do stuff like Fails of the Week and Horse and Go and Versus, and I just started thinking like a television network, and thought, how many? Let me come up with a show every day, a show that people look forward to every day, five days a week, and set about doing that. And that's what the next couple of years was like, building out that bevy of content. You will never be able to turn that off fully. I don't know what we're talking about. I need to go back and watch that one. I'm sure I watched it. Anyway, so that's how Achievement Hunter came to be. It was started as a video version of GameFAQs that very quickly morphed into a funny version of GameFAQs that very kind of medium quickly turned into a YouTube television network for gamers. Briefly. Well, for while that made sense. For the period of time that made sense. And that's how you get to Llama School. Okay. Is this the guy I want? Yeah. There's two little areas next to each other here that look almost identical when I'm in the game, and I get confused which one I'm at. Oh, your brain, trying to think of shows, your brain just goes there? Oh, yeah. No, for sure. I've learned over the years to train my brain in directions that are the most productive for me. You know what I mean? So that I'm not, like, I don't need to be coming up with Achievement Hunter style shows right now. And so when I quit Achievement Hunter way back in the day to do other stuff, I turned that part of, I just like stop thinking of shows like that. Be creative in different ways. And so with enough time and enough, like, I don't know, I guess experience in the industry, in any industry, you can kind of, it's kind of like opening levees and dams and allowing water to go in different directions. You're like, oh, I'm gonna remove the block so I can think about TV shows, game shows again. And then after a while, you're like, that's not productive. There's nothing more annoying than coming up with an idea for a show, for Achievement Hunter or for Rooster Teeth when I can no longer make it. So I really try not to do that. And I just try to think of things that are, think in creative ways that are beneficial to the shows I'm in right now, or the shows I'm doing right now. So, but yeah, some stuff seeps through. It also helps that I made so much stuff over the years that if I do have an idea for a show and I think, oh, that would have been so fun to do in 2016, I can just move on and go, okay, well, it wasn't meant to be. It's like the other 300 show ideas that I had that never happened, you know? You can just move on to the next one. Helps a lot. It's crazy to think about how y'all's RT and AH history corresponds with where I was in life. You mentioned AH starting. I can almost viscerally remember where I was. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm glad that we were able to connect with you. You were able to connect with us, I guess, that way. It's those foundational periods of life when you find stuff. It makes it feel more important and bigger than it was, you know. It's cemented in your head. I feel that way about a lot of the 80s, you know. I'll be honest, I don't remember the go-kart pole position reset. You and Jeff Gersman just shot the shit about the different paths you took. I don't know Jeff Gersman. I think I had a lunch with him once in San Francisco. I don't think we hit it off, though. Not in a bad way or anything. I can't remember if he was at that lunch or not. We had a giant bomb lunch. And it was friendly enough, but I just don't feel like there was a lot of connection there. But I can't remember if Gersman was there or not. Got me through a lot of hard spots and rough times. Oh, thank you. I'm not good at schmoozing or networking or making new friends. Other people are much better at that stuff than me. I always just kind of had my head down working, ignoring everything that was going on around me. So while everybody else was making amazing contacts and friends in the industry that they would have for years, I was just ignoring all that and working. Probably the thing I was worst at in my career was making and maintaining advantageous relationships. I wish I could do that Opti ice cream. That sounds awesome. I'm going to stream here with y'all till about 10. We'll see. And then I got to go. Is it right here I turn? Right? Nope. I want to be over here. Yeah. Then I got to go to the office. We're doing some cleanup and organizing today. Yeah, with networking, yeah, I'm right there with you. To my career disadvantage, for sure. If I had been a more schmoozy, outgoing, follow through with and follow up on requests for dinners or networking or that kind of stuff, I'd probably be a lot further along in my career. But I don't. I'd rather be where I am. I'm doing just fine without having to expend all that energy in that way. I only just found out you started streaming, brother. It's great to see you again. Oh, man, it's great to see you too, Short Fuse. Hey, if you're not aware, I've been started a new company with Gavin about a year and a half ago, the day after Rooster Teeth died. And we release essentially Achievement Hunter content every day called Regulation Podcast, Regulation Company. We have 2 YouTube channels, gameplay, supplementals, a lot of podcast. I mean, it's mostly a podcast. Gameplay is a part of it, but mostly what we do is non-gaming related stuff. Check it out if you get a chance. Regulation Podcast. I'm basically only streaming in the mornings here to promote that. It's wild you talk about networking when in the last 6 to 9 months, Ray has become a huge VTuber staple as just a I don't even understand what that means. What is Mega 64? Mega 64 is another gaming entertainment group from San Diego, California, Mark, that they started almost exactly when Rooster Teeth started as an entity. We all started in, I think, 2003 together. We started as a company making Red versus Blue. They were a bunch of high school students doing comedy skits in and around San Diego, out in the public, lampooning video game stuff in real life. Very funny. And Eric, who you know, Mark, as the lesser version, the lesser one of us at Regulation, he was friends with all those guys, and he was one of the people that I guess worked with him. He did a lot of filming for him, was in a lot of stuff. He was in the group. But then eventually moved on, and that's how we got to know Eric. That's how I got to know. I've known Eric for probably, well, I can tell you. I would say I met Eric probably in 2005 or 2006. So, no. Yeah, 2005 or 2006. So, Eric, I've known Eric for however long that is. 19 years. And we got to know him because he would run the booth at Mega 64, the Mega 64 booth at conventions. And we would always sit next to them at conventions because we became fast friends with him. And that's how the Mega 64 Rooster Teeth love affair began. And that's how we got to know Eric. And then eventually we were such a fan of him, we always tried to figure out how to work with him. And then we were able to hire him in our broadcast department at RT. And then, thank God, he started producing the podcasts. That should be 2. Good. Yeah, don't forget that Gerpler comes out Friday. Gerpler and Kuzler. There might be some other stuff, but I think it's just them. I know we have patches and stuff on the way, too. Gerpler and Kuzler come out Friday. We'll be streaming 12:30 Central Time on the Regulation Podcast Twitch channel, as we do every Friday, but we'll be doing a little bit earlier this Friday, obviously, from 12:30 to whatever. I think we're going to play that new Mario Party mode, 2v2 mode on the Switch 2. And, you know, trying to get you guys to buy Gerplers. Good morning, M. Miles. Any card packs you want to break on stream? Yeah, I'm in the process of rebuilding the break show right now. So I was saying a little bit earlier, I did some work on it yesterday, hung the curtains. I got to secure some shelving to the wall today when the hardware comes in, and then it'll just be set dressing, and then we need Nick to do some audio work, and then it's ready to go. Gavin and Eric and I ran all the video stuff last week. It's not pretty, you know, it needs to be tied together. Oh boy, get it out of the way. Needs to be all, you know, put together professionally. So I'll just kind of thrown together right now, but we were just trying to make sure it worked. So I would say, listen, don't hold me to this. Please do not hold me to this. I will let you down. But I would say it's safe. I would feel safe expecting as a break show fan. I would feel pretty confident that I would be watching a break show in the next 3 weeks. Maybe even sooner. Oh, I can't wait to hear this. It's going to sound like an insult, but I'm always surprised that Eric is good at his job. Nah, that's good enough. He's great at his job. After I started, I always liked Eric. You know, we always hung out and joked around and stuff and played pranks on each other at conventions. But once we started working together and I realized what a producer he was, I decided and I let it be known that I would only do productions that he produced going forward. So that's why Good Morning Gus, So All Right, Regulation / Fuckface, all that stuff was produced by Eric because I wouldn't do it with anybody else. He became the only person I'd work with in that capacity in the company. No offense to anybody else in the company. There were some other producers that I genuinely loved who were great. I just really connected with Eric, and we saw eye to eye. And when you see eye to eye and you get each other on a professional level in that way, it creates a shorthand that helps you move pretty quickly and assuredly when you're doing stuff. Oh, I break whatever. True Wolves. Doesn't matter. I don't give a shit about Magic or Pokemon, but I'll break it if people send it to me and open it in front of you. But I'll, you know, TV shows, movies, comic books, I don't care. Any kind of cards. I've opened it all over the history of the show. Thanks for the sub there, Short Fuse. Number 3 on the day. Really appreciate you. Made me feel all warm. Crazy how many people learn about regulation from Jeff streams. So that's the point of the streams. If you think about it, throughout the course of the 22 years or whatever I did Rooster Teeth, I interacted with, or, you know, Rooster Teeth became known to millions of people who at some point along the way enjoyed it, hopefully. And most of those millions of people have no idea that regulation exists. And so I just want to inform them. I just want to reach the millions of people who I reached a long time ago to let them know. I feel like at least some of them will be like, oh, cool, I'll give it a shot, you know? So it's just trying to re-engage with an audience I used to have. This seems like a, I don't know, decent way to do that. I also just like playing Roadcraft. Am I going to watch the new Naked Gun? Of course. Oh, I'm glad you catch it too. Whoa, Johann Bach. Spending that classical music money on me. Thank you. Holy shit. Appreciate you. Spending that concerto money. I have to ask Jeff, I'm really sorry if this makes you sad, but how are you feeling about the news of Ozzy's passing? I guess it makes me sad. The guy was, what, 76? Lived a hard rocker life. Seemed to enjoy every second of it. Seemed to be a good family man whose family loved him. Made a bunch of amazing music that I grew up loving. I don't know. I don't have any profound thoughts or anything. It's a bummer he died, just like it's a bummer when anybody dies, you know? I wish he didn't. Yeah, the AI or the NPCs in this game are fucking stupid. That's why you got to make super good roads. In rock and roll years, Ozzy was like 150. Yeah, I mean, it's been cool. Weird to call somebody's death cool. It's been cool in the sense that when he died, Millie kind of, I mean, she knew I listened to Black Sabbath and she was familiar in some ways, but it caused her to start diving in. And so there was like a 24-hour period there where Millie and I were just trading songs back and forth. And she was like, have you ever heard this one? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm 100 years old, but I was like, maybe if you like this one, try this. She'd be like, holy fuck, he did that? I didn't realize that was him. And so it was cool to watch Millie kind of discover him through his death. Yeah, you just get the hang of it over time. And then once you do, it'll probably ruin, if you played it, it'll probably ruin SnowRunner for you. I don't know if there's any going back to SnowRunner after all this. As much as I loved it. It was cool to see how much love he received before he died by so many people, you know? Really missed customizing trucks. Yeah, I don't know that that's not coming, though, down the road. I wouldn't be surprised, especially cosmetics. It's just a way to make money. And they're, definitely incented to make money. Oh, man, I just coughed up some goo, and now I'm positive that I'm getting sick again. No, Mark, don't get sick. Don't do it. Take some emergencies. Never really knew what fuckface was. And then when Regulation morphed out of the RT Let's Plays, I wasn't really sure what was happening. And now Regulation Gameplay and Regulation Pod is one of a handful of things from YouTube I watch. I'm just thinking of it like this. Follow the people you like. If you liked Gavin and I, you'll probably like whatever the next thing we do is. You know what I mean? That's how I used to read comic books. You just follow the authors you like. I liked Grant Morrison more than I liked anything, I liked Kurt Busiek more than I liked the Hulk. And so I read Kurt Busiek's run of the Hulk, and then I went and I read his run of Astro City or whatever was next, and chances are, if you liked a gamer or a personality at SourceFed or at Dropout or at Smosh or Rooster Teeth, chances are you'll probably like them wherever they go after, Is it you? It's you. Yeah, if you're feeling sick, if you're getting sick, just stop. does it do with you and Gav had me on the floor? Oh, thanks. It had me on the floor too at the emergency room, unfortunately. It doesn't do is a good one. It is one of the last shows of that ilk that I'll probably do, if not the last. I don't see myself being on set and doing anything that requires a set in the future. My first thought that Fuckface was going to be Jeff talking about punk music and baseball was only when I found out that Andrew was on it, and I was like, can't be right, and then checked and found out that it was 50% wrong. Yeah. Well, unfortunately with Does It Do, we used every product that was worth a damn. Season 2 of Does It Do was pretty good, but it required a lot of heavy lifting on Gavin and I because three of the products, yeah, were just real rough, and it was hard to come up with comedy for them. And we were just scraping the bottom of the barrel. That was everything we could find. Even if somebody gave me $1 million today and said, we want to pay you to do a season 3 of Does It Do, I'd be in trouble trying to come up with shit to film. There is a lot of stuff that would work from old infomercials and stuff, but it's impossible to find. We surfed eBay for a year trying to source that show. It was an idea that I think we fully executed, top to bottom. We saw that thing through and wrung every bit of comedy out of that show we could. And then we left it all on the table there. Fuckface is one of the things that got me and my wife through a rough patch. Oh, we will always be grateful for you guys. That's really sweet to hear. Thank you so much. The other truck boys picked up Roadcraft? Nah, it hasn't bitten them like it has me. They've played it a little bit. I think that they've done maybe like the first 2 maps. And we played together one night where I kind of showed them the ropes, but it hasn't really grabbed them in the way that I would like it to. But that's okay too, because SnowRunner is not fun single player. It's immensely fun as a multiplayer game. But as a single player game, it's pretty slow and plodding and unforgiving, and a mistake can cost you everything without somebody there to help you quickly bail you out. Roadcraft's not that way. Roadcraft is fun with multiplayer. Like, we've recorded a couple Let's Plays in it, and I did play with those guys one night, but it is just as much fun solo, if not more fun solo. So it doesn't really bug me yet. And whenever it finally grabs them, it'll be awesome, because I'll have all of their maps to go through all over again, because all mine will be done. But also, those fellas are in love with Sea of Thieves right now. They played last night. I just couldn't get out of bed to play with them. It started too late. I was exhausted. They play Sea of Thieves like crazy right now. I usually play with them, but it's already been a pretty work-heavy week, so I haven't had the energy. Boom! Everybody keeps telling me I should play Death Stranding, and then other people keep telling me that's ludicrous. Don't listen to the people that say that. And the people that say that are like, no, do listen to us. So here I am stuck in the middle. Do I believe you, or the guy that tells me not to believe you? Spin a wheel. Want to see me play Mortuary Assistant? I watched Andrew's Let's Play of it. It didn't seem like my kind of game. Time for a little run with some reg pod in my ears. Hell yeah. Good luck with your run. Hopefully it's not too hot outside where you are. It's going to be a fucking heater in Austin today, I think. This might be it. We might be in the end stages of this level here. Let's see what happens after we successfully plot these. What was it, going over here somewhere? Where are you going? Which way are we going to go? We'll go this way. Right, this is good. Yeah, that's doable. Okay. Wait. Oh, let's do it this way. Wait, can I get from there to there? No. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Okay. All right. Let's see. We go out. We loop it around. We're going to go down. Cross the bridge. Everything's fine here. We're doing okay here. I think we're going to cross this bridge. Yes. Doing good. We're going to take this guy around. Should be fine. How cool would it be if we finished this map this morning and we could load up the next one and at least see what it looks like, you know? This is clearly already a navigatable path, which is good. Uh-oh. Yeah. It'd be awesome to not have to do any road work and just be done. Even though road work is the name of the game, I'm just saying we've pretty far along. It'd be cool just to be done and move on to the next challenge. We'll do these one at a time. So let's watch this guy. Earlier, you were commenting on the path your career has taken and that maybe contacts would have led down a different path. Just want to say again that fuckface regulation pod has been more valuable to me than the internet entertainment I've consumed for the past 2 decades. Oh, thank you. It's very, very kind of you to say. Thank you so much. I am Merc, and I'm really happy with the path my career took. That's the thing. I had opportunities. I saw branching off points. I saw different directions I could go. I spent enough time in LA to know what real opportunities I had there if I had really chosen to pursue them. I think the only I don't really have any regrets. I wonder if I had understood. The only thing that I pause on in my entire career is I wonder if I had understood at an earlier age that you could be paid to write comedy. If my career would have gone differently. Are you fucking serious right now? Had I understood that there were careers centered around people writing comedy and getting paid to write funny stuff, you know, like sitcom writing, joke writing, I might have pursued that pretty heavily. We're an hour in. I didn't expect us to be here. That's okay. We're going to do this real fast. Where's the good dumper? I know I passed him already. There you are. We'll just do this real quick, and hopefully we'll be good to go. Did you ever just say fuck it and pave everything? I said fuck it and stopped paving anything in this map. I just lay down dirt. You can actually pave the roads in addition, but I'm not doing it here. You think the difficulty is finding a way to get into the career? Oh, I agree. I don't think that would have stopped me. I liked growing up. I liked a wall that I had to bust through. I liked a closed door. Nothing. I loved a fucking shut door when I was growing up. Oh, I definitely. Well, I didn't write most art. That was Bernie. You know, I wrote very little of RVB. That's almost all Bernie. I can't take any credit for any of that. Some, alternate takes here and there. Injecting my own personality into my character a little bit, but not much beyond that. And, comedic timing with editing and stuff, because I edited a lot of it, but that was all Bernie. All the written jokes were Bernie. Or Matt. I was in Austin last year with a buddy when we were going to meet up with some friends that lived there, and they kept talking about how wild it would be to run into you or any of the gang. I was on my feet for 2 days, then got heat stroke. For reference, oh, good Lord. So you wanted to meet us, but instead you met the emergency room. Ugh. Yeah, I've growing up, Kool-Aiding through a wall was like the only thing I wanted to do in life. I loved somebody to tell me no when I was a kid. It was like such fuel. Was Matt funny? You talking about Matt Hullum? Not only was he funny, he still is funny. Matt Hullum was the single most talented person at Rooster Teeth, probably. From the day he started working with us until the end of Rooster Teeth, Matt Hullum might have been the most purely talented person to ever walk through those doors. He spent time with his family, doing a lot of writing, I think. He's living a pretty quiet life these days. I talked to him a little bit here and there. I talked to him at Trevor and Barb's wedding, but I haven't seen him in a bit. We keep meaning to get dinner, with our wives, but it just hasn't come together. You know how it goes when you're busy and you've got kids and your company goes under and you got to figure out your life again. All that stuff kind of takes precedent. All right, let's go smooth that shit out. Been a lurker and just want to say thank you for raising me as a second dad. No problem. I'm happy to, as somebody, honestly, as somebody who lost his dad at an early age, I'm happy. It makes me feel really warm inside to hear. Thank you. Was there anyone at Rooster Teeth that was underappreciated? I think Matt Hullum was underappreciated by the audience. I don't think they understood how much that went right was because of him and how talented he truly was, because he didn't clamor for the limelight. He didn't want to be on camera. He didn't want to be audience leading in that way always. I mean, he wasn't opposed to it. It just wasn't his focus. He just wanted to do the work. So behind the scenes, he did a tremendous amount. But there were I think Andrew Panton was criminally underrated at Rooster Teeth, which is why we started Fuckface. Where am I going? Is it... Where's this... God damn it, Jeff. No, I'm going the right way. Monty was severely underrated until his passing. I don't know, man. I mean, in the sense that he had a lot more to give the world, absolutely, but he was so fucking beloved. When he was... Everybody that knew Monty loved him. And he had such a wonderful and supportive online fan base that just loved everything he did. And he felt it, I think. I can't speak for him, obviously, but I always got that impression. I always got the impression that he understood that and knew it. Jeff, been watching since the beginning. You're a true chameleon and can turn anything you work into gold. Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind of you to say. I hope you're doing well, too. I feel like we're only having to do this because I had that whole speech about how I hope we don't have to do this. And the universe was like, Honestly, I'm not going to fuck with this anymore. It's pretty solid. I don't think it needs a second pass. It just needs me to get out of the way. Don't tip over, you little dickhead. All right. Run him. Would you write a sitcom script nowadays? I don't think so. I don't really want to. Like, I had a good decade of working on higher production things. Are you fucking serious with me right now? Oh, you bitch. This has not been a problem for any other vehicles to get through until you idiots. Just make it. Am I in a... No. How close am I? Not close at all. Not close at all. Might as well just go ahead and recover you now and start the drive back over because I know I'm going to need it. Did they just fail? I feel like I heard them fail. I don't think those trucks would have a hard time in real life, though. I agree. There's no reason to go back and watch the old stuff anyway, because we're making new stuff every day. And I think that the stuff that we make at Regulation is... And I'm not just saying this because I'm making it and I have to. I genuinely think the stuff we make at Regulation is better than what I made at Achievement Hunter. I think Regulation is the fully realized vision of the career of collaboration between Gavin and Andrew and I, and I guess Gavin and I for much longer, and I just I don't think we've made this consistently good content this frequently at any point in our careers. But that's just me. Started watching RT as a child, and now sitting here feeding my own child. Sweet. No problem, man. Congratulations on having a kid. The best thing you'll do in your life, have a child. Regulation 100% better than old age. I agree. I totally agree. And that's not saying that the old stuff was bad. The old stuff wasn't bad. The old stuff was awesome. I made the old stuff. I love the old stuff. I'm proud of the old stuff. It's just that, one likes to think they get better as they do it. As you accumulate your 10,000 hours, you accumulate skills and talents, and you hone those skills and talents, and then when you deploy them, hopefully they are sharper and better than ever. RT didn't exist until my 20s. I hear you, Stormy. Same. Any new puzzles I'm working on? Not right now. I just finished a puzzle last week, and I'm taking a couple days to do some card work, because I have at my old house I had a puzzle nook, so I could always have a puzzle going. But since I sold that house and now I live here, I no longer have a puzzle nook. I have a table behind me that shares puzzle time with baseball card time, and so I can only do one at a time. I'm in the middle of dealing with Top Series 2 right now, but once I'm beating that down, then it's back onto puzzles, and I have 3 or 4 of them on the table behind me to get started with. I don't know which way we're going. We're gonna go left. We're gonna go right, rather. So let's get out of the way. And hopefully is there going to be another puzzle race? There's supposed to be. There's absolutely supposed to be. I think I'm thinking about doing puzzle streams at some point from the office on the break room set. Maybe just do essentially like this stream that I do with Roadcraft, but instead I just put puzzles together, or a puzzle together, for 2 hours at a time. Although that might be even less interesting than this. So who knows? All right, asshole. I don't collect Topps Chrome, but I'll probably buy a box or two just for the fun of breaking it on the show. But yeah, I had to have a come to Jesus moment with my card collection where I had to decide what I really wanted and stop just buying anything I saw, I can't fucking believe this. And so nowhere near me right now. Ugh, dickhead. This is real annoying. This has not been a problem for any vehicles that have gone over the entirety of this fucking game. And now all of a sudden, the cement trucks can't fucking handle it. Would you guys ever do a celebrity restaurant draft? Oh, I don't think we know enough about celebrity restaurants. So it'd have to be something that we like. I get maybe, never say never. All right, maybe this will be the last one. Although I have a feeling if they're having trouble here, there's going to be some other spots that they might be having trouble with along the way. So this might be a long process, unfortunately. Fortunately, because this is the game, and I shouldn't be annoyed with it. This is what it is, and it's fun, and I'm enjoying it, and I shouldn't get frustrated with it because it's just operating as it's supposed to. And this is what I like about it. So quit fucking whining. Bring in your buddies. Yeah, I agree. Chat would get nuts whenever a corner is placed. That tickled me. I don't know why. Whoa, brief relief. Coming in hot. Throwing that money around. Tariff this, he says. Thank you. We best things on Andrew's list, maybe after he finishes his list, but he's got to finish the list first before I can do anything with it. And I don't think he's anywhere close. We've got some drafts in the books that haven't released yet that we've already recorded. I think the One Hit Wonder draft just came out. That was a Patreon exclusive, but we've got some others that we've done recently that haven't hit yet. And we've got some new ideas that we came up with over the weekend. We had a boat day. We do it once a year where Eric and Barbara rent like this pontoon boat, and then we all, like 10 of us, all go hang out on it all day long. And we came up with so many draft ideas on that boat Sunday. Some that everybody loves, and some that only Jeff loves. But the ones that only Jeff loves, Jeff really loves. And even insists on talking about himself in the third person when referencing them. Four-course meal draft. That was a good one. Yeah. That was a fun one. That was a Vegas idea. Pretty fucking solid job of pouring by me, if I do say so myself there. Let's go ahead and get this ready for the next batch, because God knows it'll need it. I started pouring a little early, but that's okay. Just firming up the road that we're never going to use again pretty soon, because I think this is the last mission of the map. Yeah, Ray and Tina were there. Yeah, we hung out all day. Okay. Hey, there we go. He's gonna. Are you fucking for real right now? Okay. Okay. Cool. Abiotic factor. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making myself laugh. So I'm making myself laugh with something. I just I just had a realization. But it was just a, for me, realization. I apologize. Whole road is just slush. It really isn't that bad. I've been driving it constantly. It's these trucks just fucking these cement mixers are just fucking turds. And I'm worried about what's coming up after it because I don't remember this being in any way difficult to traverse. So if this was hard, what comes after the bridge might be just as hard, if not worse. So too heavy to drive in the sand. Be fine. Just need to stop being little bitches. If I could control them, I would, but unfortunately it's AI, so... Or they're NPCs. I don't know how you refer to this stuff now. So I have no control over them. Man, this thing looks totally different in the rain. I got scared I was in the wrong place for a second. We unlocked the concrete slab facility at the very end of the fucking map when I'm not going to make any concrete bridges. Every bridge has been made already. I don't know how this game works, but crush and run works better. Okay? The damage LLMs have done to the term AI is... Yeah, I agree. Oh, hell yeah. Your stepdad's awesome, then. Gets to play with trucks all day long. It's the fucking coolest. This should all be fine. See you guys in 6 months. I hear you. Made me want to try out SnowRunner. I thought I should play that first. SnowRunner's a great game. Roadcraft is I don't know which one you should play first, honestly, but they're both awesome. I think that if you played... Roadcraft might ruin SnowRunner for you, so maybe play that first. Okay. This is gonna work. And he's not going to hit my dozer. I wish I could pour gravel. I can't. I only have dirt and then asphalt are my only options. Maybe in the deal, maybe in a DLC or something. See, I knew they were going to have trouble with this fucking bridge. That's unfortunate. But you know what? I'm gonna help him along. Why? How? How are they getting stuck there? Let's look at that again. Let's just see what happens. That does not... Okay. All right, well. There we go. Thank you. All right. All right. Oh, you know what? I actually have a little bit of sand here. I might as well. Need to get his buddy to progress as well. Here we are, just a happy little convoy. These motherfuckers are gonna be like this the whole way. That's okay. We'll just do it partner assisted. That's gonna fail, but while that's doing that, I'm gonna go smooth this out just because I'm here. I can't fucking believe they're having trouble in this dirt. I never fixed this because it hasn't been an issue for any vehicle in the game. Like, look at this guy. He didn't give a fuck. This has been A-okay. I got a little dicey, but anyway. Ugh. Put him in the fucking river. Oh no, put me in the river. Ah! Alright. That's looking a little dicey right there. Let's see how close we are to filling up sand. I think we're over. It's over here somewhere, right? Maybe do a little bit of... Alright, here we go. Do a little bit of sand work. It's sad when someone has a service call for me to drive a whole hour out of town to show up and tell them that the air conditioning issue is because they haven't changed the air filter in a year. Oof. Yeah, that sucks, man. Absolutely sucks, Mark. Surely I'm... Ugh. I thought we were just going to fucking knock this out real fast, and then we jump on the new map. And I don't know that we're going to... Okay. Okay, well, I'm fucking stupid. That's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, I thought we were going to just zip on over to the new map, but looking like that's not the... Not going to be the case for us here. The budget and time are just suggestions. Absolutely. You're right about that. Can I please have some sand at some point? Can you give me fucking sand? Surely I'm in the sand zone at this point. Oh my god. Really? Might as well just gone back to industrial base and driven it. What time is it? It's 9:44 a.m. Oh, thank you for reminding me to look at the time. I'm going to have to leave for too terribly long. If it weren't for you, I might have stayed for hours still. Please don't dump out all my fucking dirt here. I gotta remember to go back and fix this now. Annoying. Tie-dye blanks for $3 a pop. That is correct. That is 100% what my wardrobe is. $3 Gildan shirts. That'll be a problem. This was admittedly a little dicey right here, to be fair to the trucks. All right, we're going to do a perfect pour straight across. Okay. I'm a little worried about that beginning spot, but hopefully we're already past it. It's a pretty good long pour, though. Can't complain about that. All right. Yeah, I get my shirts at Michael's for like $3 each. Get a week's worth of clothes for $21. It's fucking awesome. All right. Let's go help our little dickhead friends out. These motherfuckers want me to pave the entire route. That's not going to happen. Baffles you that a frog knows that much about HVAC? Well, he also knows a hell of a lot about Florida tourism for a frog. Okay. Is Michael's better than Hobby Lobby? I think so from a personal politics standpoint. Hobby Lobby is against reproductive rights. And so I choose to support Michael's. My meal isn't working, please. Wait, are these guys off track or are they? Yeah, they're going the right way. Wow, I really would have had to do all of this. Or sent these guys a different way, but there really wasn't. This was the easy way. The other way looked dicier. Dude, how are you not able to make... Are we really doing this like this all the way? Can you guys not drive any of it? Do I need to... Is that the way we're going? I guess it is. Do I have to pave, like... asphalt pave this entire fucking path for you guys to use it properly? Give me a break, dude. It's fucking downhill on smooth dirt. Just, there you go. Let gravity do it. Oh, man, where does the day go? I really do have to get up and go soon. I was really, really hoping to finish this map. Now I'm not even going to finish this path. All right. Let's try to get this one done. And then we'll save the other one for tomorrow, I guess. Maybe even later today. Maybe I'll hop on later today and do it. we'll go ahead and fail. How much further do we have? We're so close. We're so close. There we go. Vehicle failed their route. Excellent. Dispatch vehicles. Going to my first baseball game tonight. Who are you seeing? Fuck it. Just push them until I can't push anymore. Hopefully we hit a few dots on the fucking path as we go. Okay, there we go. This is not what the game had in mind with this mission, but I do not give a fuck, because this is annoying. Alright. Get you the... Ah, fuck. Fuck this up. Get you up and out of... Don't you turn into a vehicle on me yet. Thank you. Stay yellow. Thank you. All right, dickheads. Incremental progress. Get the back guy. Get the back guy going. I think he's the one that truly matters. Let's see. Let's see what this gets us, if anything. Oh, this is great. This is great. This is great. Damn. The game marks off progress from the first dude, so... Or from the second dude. So... That was cool. Nope, it didn't work. Gotta go all the way back. I thought it did. Thought I tricked it. God damn. I'm getting close to the sand if I absolutely need to. Look at him go up there. He's a speed demon. If I can get this guy up. Woo! Cooking with gas now. Come on. Look at all these beautiful, pristine dirt roads for you to drive. Easy peasy. Oh, yeah. Is that guy really stuck? He's not really stuck. All right, you motherfuckers, you're 15 feet away from concrete. You better not have any fucking problems with this. You're flooding my chat. I don't care, Candles. You guys are having your own conversation about whatever the fuck you guys are talking about. I'm just focused on these trucks. Hell yeah. Easy. Look at that. Easy. No problems. Smooth sailing all the way. Now please disappear and... Oh, we did it. Great. Okay. One last one. I know I'm not going to have time. Whoa. What do we... All right, hold on. First off, what are we moving here? Is it a decent fucking vehicle that's not going to have any issues driving over normal ass shit? Because if it is... Where are we going to? Don't be too tall for the bridge, please. It might be if it's... Ah, fuck. I don't want to go this way. Okay. Okay. Hopefully it's some more capable vehicles, you know? But we'll see. Not the end of the world. If not, we can push them like we pushed the last ones. Maybe we'll even fix a few more roads in the process. Let's see what's going to be. Oh, we might be okay. I wasn't going to do this, but this might just zip through. Might not need to wait till tomorrow after all. Perfect. Off to a great start. There we go. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and fix that. Okay. Fake Jeff or non-regulation Jeff? Just fake Jeff. Fake Jeff has been around a lot longer than regulation Jeff. Or non-regulation Jeff, for that matter. Look at how much... Look at how much faster this is going. Although I should be watching this fucking slow-ass buddy in the back, because that's who's marking our progress. Ugh, I fucked that up. Not really, though. Well, I just want to... I have to wait till I can catch it just right. Let me spectate. There we go. Saw a dude wearing a regulation shirt in Melbourne a couple weeks ago. Didn't get a chance to say hi. Oh, that's awesome. What exactly makes this Jeff fake? When we created our GTA crew way back in the day at Achievement Hunter, all the names associated with Achievement Hunter were taken, so we couldn't be the official Achievement Hunter crew. We couldn't be Achievement Hunter. We couldn't be anything that sounded real. So we picked fake AH crew, and then that just became the thing that I did. It was always impossible to find my real name or our real name in any stuff, so I just picked fake whatever. It's been that way since, I don't know, 2014. It's easier just to be fake Jeff than try to compete for my actual name with something. It's like the dude on here who has the DG Jeff username who fucking loves to get in here and confuse people with it and won't change it. It's like, it's whatever, it's fine. I don't have enough life left in me to worry about stuff like that. All right, we're just about done with this motherfucker, though. I just heard what sounded like a loud noise in my house. It's just me and the dog. And I don't think he's making noises like that. I wonder. I have to go see what the fuck's going on in a second. You and the dog and the ghost. Oh, fuck. I got a dump truck in the way, don't I? Ugh. Not quite in the way, but Close. That would have been really annoying if this dump truck got in the way of this perfect run. See how much easier these guys navigated the same fucking road than the cement dudes. Don't hit them. Thank you.
That wasn't easy. You did good work there. I don't know about you, but this calls for a celebratory coffee. Get some rest. You earned it.
Hell yeah. We did it. We were in that map for, I feel like, almost the entirety of the stream archive. So next we tackle Sojourn. A result of mistakes made during gas extraction, a large section of natural gas caverns below the region have explosively collapsed, resulting in the formation of massive sinkholes across the land. You have to assess the risk and repeat gas detonations by scouting the collapsed parts of the region. Oh boy. That sounds like fun. Let's load it up. Natural gas is scary, I agree. We're just going to look at it real fast, and then we're going to call it, because I got to get rolling. I got to get out of the house, get to the office. Woo. That was very satisfying. That was a great map. I really enjoyed that. North Africa. Okay, so we're in Africa now. Cool. Fix that. Definitely gonna fix that. I don't know what I'm fixing there. Let's find out.
This area is what happens when you get overly enthusiastic about
We're
digging
gonna-
up gold. Or, in this case, natural gas. Hard to blame those folks. All this money just waiting to be made. Too bad that when all the gas is gone, you get an empty cave that collapses. Who would have thought? Well, they didn't. You can set your first base up in the nearest town to the south. Drive on over there and look for a good spot.
Boy, she's getting a little preachy, huh? North Africa. Cool. Got ourselves a countryside base.
That's your first base of operations sorted. Well done. Now we peruse the old to-do list. My favorite part. And I'm sure yours. So, first things first. You need to set up a convoy path from the nearest tunnel to the countryside base. Then, check out the emergency report we received from Waterfold Estate Orange Farm. Who knows what happened there, so be careful. I'd stay on the lookout for falling oranges specifically. The last thing on the list is replacing the damaged fuel tanks in Sirocco. I bet the locals will be grateful for this one in particular.
All right. That looks like a good list of shit to do. Big old map here. Got ourselves a side objective. We'll do that one first. And we'll do it tomorrow. Oh, what do you think we end the map at? 1%? Yeah, we're going to do the thing the locals want first. Don't worry. 2%. We are 2% on the map. Hell yeah. All right. I'm excited to get into it with you guys. Ah, fuck. Tomorrow's Thursday. I don't know that I'll be streaming tomorrow because of regulation, but we'll see. If you don't see me tomorrow, you'll see me Friday. Everybody have a great day. Don't forget to check out Regulation Podcast. Don't forget to check out So All Right. Don't forget to check out Good Morning Gustavo. Those are the big three. Love you all. Bye-bye.